The following program is rated TV MA-LSV. It contains strong language, sexual situations, violence, and nudity. It is intended only for mature audiences.
Yeah. So, Scout.
What? What, dude? Yo, what's up?
So, this episode is airing officially. This is episode 1 of season 2, Scout.
Oh my God. Are you kidding me?
Well, this is November, right? So,
Yeah.
October 31st was our 1-year anniversary.
Wow. We've been doing this for a
Every
year,
week
y'all.
for 1 year straight.
Oh my God.
We didn't
so
miss
excited
a
about
fucking week.
that. Well, we actually did. We missed
We
one.
missed one.
Take that title back.
That's not our fault. Definitely not our fault.
It wasn't our fault. It definitely wasn't our fault.
Yes.
But oh my God. How was your Halloween? Was
Crazy.
your Halloween great?
Amazing.
Yeah.
Yes.
The kiddos had fun.
Kiddos had a great time. The show in Niagara Falls was awesome.
Amazing.
So beautiful. We had a great time. I was happy to be with you, of course.
Yes.
And then I was, I'm sad Halloween's over, but there's always Thanksgiving next.
And my favorite Christmas. Because give me all the presents.
Presents. Could have fooled me by all that fucking candy you were eating in my house over the October.
I know, and then like 2 seconds later, I'm like, my stomach.
Yeah, make me a
God,
smoothie.
my stomach hurts.
Well, I'm not going to keep everybody
Yes,
waiting
yes.
because this is one of my favorite fucking people on the planet. I love nothing more than to go toe to toe with this big bastard that I call my brother, KANE HODDER, everyone. Woo!
Oh. Good to see you, ladies. How are you?
Oh, we love you. The world
We
is
love
not
you
the
so
same without
much.
you around us all the time. And now, so many times we've been doing shows where they don't have you next to me, and I'm like, what the fuck? It's not the same when you're across the room, throwing shit at me
Yeah.
and making comments and banging with your machete and your fart
And
spray and whatever.
spraying liquid ass behind
Liquid
you.
ass.
And-
So how did that
I-
come about?
Oh my
How did this
God.
fart spray come about?
Okay, for
Oh,
those
it's-
of you that don't know, KANE is a big practical
Yes.
joker, and can be pretty fucking gnarly with his jokes. He's never fucked with me though. Like on set, you mess with everybody, and you never did it to me. I don't know if it was like a respect thing, or you're like, I don't want to mess with her. She's like family, or
No, I'm
you
actually afraid of you.
You are.
Me too.
Most, most people that have worked with you, Dee, are actually afraid of you.
Wait, what?
They
Oh, shit.
pretend to respect you, but they're actually fucking scared.
Oh wait, are you serious? Or no, you're joking.
I'm joking.
You're
His face.
joking.
Look at his
Okay.
face.
Okay,
That was
good.
called
That was
acting.
good.
That was great
Yeah, I was gonna
acting,
say it was
man.
really good.
Give this guy an Oscar, man.
I
This
kind
is
of was
great.
hoping that people were scared of me.
You're intimidating.
I mean, I
You
could be
are
I
intimidating.
wouldn't fuck with me if you got me mad
Oh,
enough.
no,
But it just
that-
takes a lot to make me mad.
Yeah.
That is for sure. It's one of those people that, you're very sweet almost all the time, but if somebody does something shitty to you, you're
Oh, yeah.
not afraid to
Oh
really
no.
retaliate. So
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I usually just have a breakup conversation. I usually go right up and tell them, like, I don't have anyone in my life that I've met that I have issues with. If I had issues with them, I've sat them down. I've told them exactly how they fucked up, how I want nothing to do with them, and I'm out because I don't want to ever be weird around anybody.
Oh my God, I love it.
I literally,
love it. I
every
need to
single
learn
one of
from
my
you.
friends, I break up with them.
Oh my God, I need to learn
my
from you.
bestie Davina was like, dude, you have breakup dinners with your girlfriends. I was like, yeah, of course I do.
When I do that, I get threatened.
I
That's what
know.
happens to me.
Well, that's because you pick psychopaths and people that have major alcohol and drug problems. Mine are just crazy and bitches.
I do. I like to save people, or now I don't do that anymore.
Well, she'll
very
change
much.
when she's in her 40s. When you were younger, KANE, did you collect broken people? no?
not really. No.
No.
No,
No.
Were you
Kate's like,
sort
I
of
got no time for
"Hey,
that.
Get the fuck away from me. Well, you got married pretty young. How old were you when you got married?
Not really. I was oh Jesus.
Susan, where are you, Susan? How long have you been
Yeah.
married, Susan?
We've been married, we've been together since 85, but we
Right.
got married in 91.
Okay.
So
Did you ever separate in between, like from when you're? No, you just
No.
that was it, and
Wow.
you
so I
stayed.
got married at 36. So not
Okay,
not
so no,
real
you're my
young,
age.
so,
Do you know
yeah.
KANE is Jewish?
I didn't know that.
Do you know he converted
I
Really?
did.
for his wife?
Yes, I
Oh
did.
my God, I love that.
And-
I love
Isn't
that
that
you did that
nice?
for her.
I mean, it was a process,
Yeah.
but for me, it wasn't that difficult because I was going from nothing to something.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't going from, Catholic beliefs to Jewish beliefs or something. That may be a little more tricky. I just didn't have any religion, and it seemed to be important to Susan and her family, and I was all for it. So I went
Don't
through.
you find that? Do you find that Judaism is like more about? Because I say I'm Jewish, like ish, like it's more about just like family and making dinner and like spending time together than really. I mean, that's really what it is. It's even
It
like
really
Shabbat, like
is.
you turn off your phone and you hang out and you just talk to your family, and there's no distractions. It's very simple.
family oriented. Yeah. So I'm happy that I did it. And
love that.
and so my boys were born Jewish and everything, because they would have been anyway, because
Yeah.
Susan has always been Jewish. But yeah, so it
Like
was
walking into Kane's house and seeing like, because I've been there for Hanukkah,
Yeah.
like menorahs, and
Wow.
it's so like not what you would imagine. It's like my house. Like my house isn't horror, but I have my horror space.
Yeah,
but it's
yeah.
like mine. Like
Yeah.
Kane's got his garage, like he's got his stuff, and all of that. But it isn't like all over the house. You walk in the house and you're like, whoa, this is like a beautiful like family menorahs and
Oh, that's
lovely. I
nice.
mean,
That's
and it
so
was
special.
Hanukkah, but it's really
Yeah.
it's different than it's like seeing Kane not in his not in his black t-shirt and jeans and boots. It's really a trip.
Wow.
And like a collared shirt with like jeans and like cute Adidas. You're like, what's going on here?
I
He's
know.
super cute. I know I'm totally killing
You're
the
ruining
image
my
right now.
image now.
I know, I know.
How long was that process to do that? Yeah, to convert.
I had to go to classes, and
Right.
it took a few months actually.
Wow.
Yeah, of pretty intense education for for the religion itself. So yeah, and you have to remember, when I was 6, I think, I was baptized Mormon.
Oh shit.
Oh my God, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I don't really
Ooh.
bring it up much, because as soon as I was 7, my family kind of said, "Nah, this isn't for us," and went away from it. But I was officially baptized Mormon,
So
and now
are
I
you-
live in Utah.
Yeah, I know. I was like, so
yeah.
is that why you went to Utah?
Are you in the Book of Mormon? Like, not, I mean, isn't there like some book? I was watching Real Housewives last night
Oh
of
my
Salt Lake
God, and
City,
you
and they
learned
were
this from the Real
talking
Housewives?
about. Well, I don't know shit about Mormonism, but they were talking about how they put your name like in stone, essentially, like in the book, and if you are not in the book, you are not going to heaven. Like this is what
Wow.
this. But when you're in the book, you owe them money and they follow you and they know where you are, and it's like a whole thing. So when you're taken out, like it's as though you've been, like it's the worst thing you could possibly do.
Wow.
Were you ever in that book and then taken out?
I don't think so. I don't know. I never knew anything about it. I know
Isn't there the
there's
Hall of Records there?
probably, yeah.
There's some I think there's a crazy like Hall of Records in Salt Lake City that goes through your whole ancestry line, even when you're not Mormon.
Wow.
Crazy.
Yeah, I've heard about. I have to look it up.
scares
and-
me.
I don't know.
That is terrifying.
To know your family.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, any like serial killers.
I'm like, ugh.
Well,
I want to know this
unfortunately,
bloodline over here.
you guys both know that I don't talk to anyone in my family anymore
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
years. It just, I don't know, no big blow up or anything. It just kind of grew away from each other. So there's not one person I am related to that I still talk to. Sisters, nephews, nieces.
Wow.
Were you the black sheep?
I think I probably was in a way, but it was because of the burn injury and all the shit I went through and all the after effects with the PTSD and the OCD shit and all that.
Did
I
the
think
OCD come after you got burned?
Yeah.
Oh,
So
okay.
you had
Yeah.
no signs or any of that. It was so. What
Not
do you?
that I
what
remember. Yeah.
What did the psychiatrist or whoever doctors you've seen, what did they say that was to control your feelings of that you weren't able to deal with from the burn?
Nobody's ever really explained or pinpointed any reason for it. I just know that it started after I got out of the hospital. And I don't know if it was, it started with like cleanliness stuff. And, because I got staph infection when I was in the hospital with the burns and stuff and almost died from it. And so somehow that manifested itself in, I have to be very careful about when I interact with people.
Okay.
And, just kind of spiraled from there. Boy, once you let something like that get a hold of you, man, it is fucking hard.
You've obviously done a lot of work with that, because I would have never have known that about you.
You're pretty private about that kind
But
of
even
stuff.
the way that you approach people at cons and stuff, I would have never known that you struggle with that.
But what would you have thought? Why do I always wear gloves at cons?
I mean, it seems like it's a character choice
Yeah,
for
honestly,
people that don't know.
Honestly. And I actually, there was a couple of questions submitted about the gloves. Just a couple.
Oh, really? And because most people think because of the OCD stuff, it's like a thing of, I don't want to get germs on my hands. And it's not that at all. And if you ever met me way back in the beginning when I started doing cons, I never wore gloves. But, and it's kind of a simple answer to why I wear the gloves. Most people think, well, he just doesn't want to shake hands with a bunch of people. And, that's not it. It basically boils down to, and it seems very simplistic to think about it, but when I first started doing cons and I would sign stuff for people, they're looking at what I'm signing, right? And constantly I had to answer a question, oh, what happened to your hands? Because my hands are burned and they're scarred.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
And it's not like I hate talking about it or anything, but so many people were asking that I just started wearing gloves, and that solved the whole thing. Even though my entire right arm is a scar, people weren't looking at my arm. They were looking at my hands when I was writing. So that's why I just started wearing gloves, just to not have to answer the question a million times a day.
That's why I wear 5-inch stilettos.
Yes, you do.
Because everybody wants to know how tall I am, because I'm short. So I always wear heels, and my feet and I've gotten better about it, but I'm insecure about it. And finally on Sundays, I've started wearing my cowboy boots or my sneakers, just because I know I'm only going to be there for a few hours and it's not a busy day and I don't have to deal with that.
You have started wearing flat shoes.
Yeah, I'm starting to get better about it.
Oh, I love that.
But I'm on my tiptoes even when I'm wearing sneakers. Really? Yeah, I just can't help it.
But I like the heels, you know that.
I know you do.
Wait,
so let's talk about that. Well, let's just talk about that, because we only have a few minutes with him. So is it the shoes or the feet? What is it? Like, what's your fetish? It's both.
Both.
Is it okay? So
I have to say,
so curious.
I don't wear heels, but when I put on those red pumps, I had like gym shorts on and stuff, and when I put those red pumps on with my legs, I was like, ooh,
yeah, you get it now.
Ooh, this is sexy. I like it. Yeah, so I get it, Kane. I was fantasizing over my own legs and feet. I was like, man.
So what's your preferred shoe on a woman? Yeah. Like, what does it for you?
A very high heel that, oh man, why are we talking about this?
Because you're on Talk Scary to Me.
Where the toes are showing.
So you like the toes.
Clean pedicure
of course.
toes.
Yes, of course.
Any preference in toenail color?
No.
Polish. So just as long as they're polished.
Okay.
And just, it's nice when a woman has nice shaped feet.
Is it an arch? Is it like, is it the high arch that does it?
That's part of it, sure.
The narrow, do you like the bottoms of the feet? Like I asked, like if you could mix horror and feet, what would that look like? So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do an OnlyFans. Do you know what OnlyFans is?
He has no idea what OnlyFans
Okay, so
is.
OnlyFans is kind of like a website where it started off with mostly adult film stars, porn stars, people that did stuff at home, and fans can support that stuff, and you can have interactions and relationships, and there's private stuff, and it's stuff that you're not posting on social media. It's, you have to have membership, and people pay for the views and all that stuff. So I started thinking, and there's a lot of non-actors or actors that aren't doing nudes and sex and any of that stuff, but it's just a more intimate connection with the fan. And so I started thinking like, because we get a lot of people asking about foot fetishes. A lot of people want to see
like
our feet.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. Don't.
Are they painted?
Of all people, of course.
A lot of people like our feet.
Oh yes, I do.
I should
Both of
show.
you.
We should show you like who has. Let's see.
Who has prettier feet? Wait,
Well,
I can't
really do it.
Guys, the fact that we're showing our feet right now is hilarious. I might have read.
Look, I have super nice. I have very high arches. No, I mean, it's
I
Kane's
just
like
wonder,
my brother.
But we also get like a lot of people writing in about feet fetish.
Yeah, so I want to do this OnlyFans page for like on Halloween for like the month where I mix horror with feet. What would that
So it's
look
just
like
your
to
feet?
you?
That's all-
Just feet.
Wow.
Oh, that's what
You'll
you're
see
doing?
me a little bit in the back, maybe here and there.
I thought we were
like
going to do
some
a
stuff.
Final Girls one. Oh, so you're doing
Well,
that.
who else is
Okay.
gonna do it with me? I mean, you could do it with me if you want. Like, would it be like covered in blood? Would it be like dirty or like bound up? Or you like pretty sexy clean? Like, I know you're like. I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
I know
With-
what kind of shoes your wife
With
wears. She's
shoes,
like,
yeah.
yeah,
She-
she's like gorgeous.
Susan has great feet too. So
Yeah. See.
Aww.
and it just made me think of something. First of all, we're kind of we're almost at the anniversary of the heart attack, and
Oh, people don't know.
Yeah, people
it's
don't know.
a year. Do
Do you want to tell everybody what happened? Because people
Well,
don't know.
a lot of people do, but I've talked
Not that
about it a
listen.
lot more lately. But
With
I
fans
had
or
a-
with
yes, because the fans love to know that we're just like them in many ways. You know what I mean? And when somebody talks to you and says, "You had a heart attack," and boy, somehow they think we're above a bunch of shit like that. And then when something like that happens, then they feel more in tune with us. Anyway, that's the reaction I've gotten. And November 2nd last year, I had the heart attack, and in the past year with all the meds and stuff, you guys both know that I've lost a little weight, a little muscle size, which I fucking hate, but it's coming back. But some of the meds I'm on, I have to take like fucking eight or nine medicines a day, blood thinners and, this and that, and statins for the heart. And somehow, and I think it's the meds because I can't imagine what else it would be. My temper is so much worse than it ever used to be.
Really?
And it was bad before.
oh no.
And I have no patience with people. Like just driving into my neighborhood the other day, I passed a dump truck because there's so much construction going on where I live that there's dump trucks and shit all the time. And when you come in the gate, if you're stuck behind a dump truck,
Yeah.
it takes forever to get to your house. So I passed the guy and he fucking honked at me. So I slowed down and he started tailgating me.
Oh no.
Not the right thing to
Do you
do.
know who
No,
you're tailgating?
and I brake checked him and did that. He kept fucking honking. I stopped in the middle of the road. Susan doesn't even know this one. So
Oh my God.
I stopped in the middle of the road, got out of my fucking car.
Like
to
an
confront
idiot.
the motherfucker. There was two of them in the truck. They're flipping me off. I said, get out of your fucking truck.
Kane.
And you can't do that. I'm going to get a bullet in the head.
You are.
And
no.
my temper is terrible. And I also tend to say things that you shouldn't really say. For instance, day before yesterday, I was at Walgreens and just picking up some toiletries and, you know, stuff for my morning routines and stuff. And I saw an older couple walking around the store, and the woman was wearing sandals, and her fucking feet were disgusting. She wasn't like homeless or anything. She's wearing sandals, and her fucking big toenails are fucking long and black, and of course I couldn't keep my eyes off of it. And I walked down the aisle, and I'm looking, and I guess I said something that I didn't realize I said out loud. I said, fucking disgusting. And she says, what? And I said, nothing. She said, no, what? What are you talking about? And get a little attitude about it. And I said, your feet are fucking disgusting.
My God.
Around the back of her heels was all crusty and makes me want to fucking puke. And before the heart attack, I don't think I would have said anything to her. But now I have no patience for people. And
you have, I have to say, as your friend, you have had a bit of diarrhea of the mouth, even at shows, where I'm like, oh, know your audience, Kane. Oh, careful. You know, so I think it's because when we're in that position, we feel like it's fun, like we were fucking with them. You know, you like to fuck with people. I like to fuck with them too. We make jokes and whatever. But you're wicked smart. So the shit you say, and with no filter, people don't know what to do with it.
No, I would be terrified.
It's like, I think you made a comment where you were somewhere and you said something about some guy's teeth. And I was like, oh no, Kane. And you looked at me and you were like, what? Too much? And I was like, you said something like, whatever.
You have said stuff
yeah,
like
what?
that.
Too much? And like, you know, because you like some guy was like laughing and you were like, oh, it's so funny. Why don't I knock the rest of your ugly fucking teeth out of your mouth? Oh, that's right. You don't have any. Why don't you go get some teeth before you laugh at me or something like that? But I think the guy was like probably a drug addict and like,
oh shit,
didn't like had
it's
like
not an excuse. Brush your fucking teeth.
No, I think they were like falling out because like, bleh. But I was like, oh no. And the guy's laughing. I could tell he's so embarrassed. I was like, and you just looked at me in typical Kane Hodder fashion. You were like, what? Too much? And I was like, oh my God, Kane.
And
I mean, to know you is to love you. Yes.
Speaking of teeth, you just reminded me of another incident.
Oh my God.
shit.
Oh my God.
Which I don't want to take up the whole time when we have talking about that shit. But quickly, I went to Jimmy John's like a month ago, and I parked in a parking spot right in front of the store, and there was a truck parked backwards, you know, so you could just pull straight out. And as I pulled into the parking spot, I looked up and there was a giant fucking dog hanging out of the window of the truck. And I thought, oh, hope he's friendly, because his head is right where I'm getting out of my car. And I get out of the car and he starts barking, which is fine. I mean, you know, that's what dogs do. And as he's barking, he's one of those huge dogs with big face that fucking flaps around and shit. And he's barking, and slobber flew,
like a mastiff or something.
Yeah, and hit me in the face. And again, I wasn't pissed off at him. I said, Jesus Christ, wiped it off, walked into Jimmy John's, and there's two guys laughing their asses off at a table. And I said, I guess that's your truck, huh? He said, yeah. And I said, you know, the dog just slobbered all over me. That's why I was bothered. He said, fuck you. He did not. and get such an attitude. And he is a guy like my age and started going off. And this is with a lot of people in there. And so I start back with him and we're going back and forth. And he says, get out of here or I'll knock your fucking teeth out. That's exactly what he said to me. And I was like, wow, that is something you can't say to someone who doesn't control themselves.
Yeah.
I'll knock your fucking teeth out. Really? So I start to go over, and in the back of my mind, I hear Susan saying, can't you ever just walk away? Because I never do. And somehow, some way, even with that threat, I decided to just shut up. And I get my sandwich and I go over on the other side of the store and I eat it. And I'm eating my sandwich and I'm shaking because I'm so fucking mad. And that's part of the reason that I don't walk away, because it's almost worse for me, because I fucking get so enraged that I didn't do something. I'm almost disappointed in myself, but I shut up. I ate my sandwich. I finished. I went over to the trash. And as I'm throwing my trash away, he fucking walks over.
Uh-oh.
Okay, here goes. I tried to walk away, but it didn't work. He's coming over and he says, hey. I said, what? He said, I just wanted to say sorry for being an asshole.
See what happens when you walk away?
Absolutely floored.
Proud of you.
It worked. I couldn't wait to tell Susan.
I'm sure.
Susan,
you were right.
I didn't do anything and it worked.
I couldn't fucking believe it.
Women know best.
Wow.
And it was a good example of that does work sometimes.
Yeah,
So,
I love that.
Anyway,
I love that.
So I didn't go to jail or
I
anything.
wonder with that feeling, that you have, because I'm sure there's tons of listeners that have that sort of rage that sort of thing inside of them.
Yeah.
What have you done to help that?
You
Have
go work out, right?
Work out. You go to anger management stuff. Like, what have you done
Nothing.
that helps you? Oh, okay.
I do just work
bruise.
out, but you know, all the cabinets in my garage they're metal cabinets, Husky cabinets that I store stuff in. And I'll send you a picture later, but all the cabinets have knuckle marks in them because I fucking get pissed off at something and I punch the cabinet.
What sign are you, Kane?
Aries.
Aries.
Yeah.
Peter Pan syndrome.
Of course.
I've never
And
heard Peter
Susan's
Pan.
not happy about that. Your cabinets look like shit because they're knuckle marks. Literally, you can see 3 or 4
Have you ever thought of
marks.
going to like classes?
Fuck them.
Wait,
What about
people
meds?
out there?
Classes.
People out there. People
What
out
about
there. There are
meds?
classes.
Therapy is good. What about meds? Have you ever tried
Therapy.
like something for maybe there's like depression that's
Like
hiding
Kane.
underneath
Kane.
that?
Okay, I used to have an issue where I had to go to SLA, Sex Love Anonymous, because I had an issue with abandonment issues, and my abandonment issues was to have sex with a lot of people. That was what I did.
Right?
So I went through SLA. I went through a program, and
So did I.
Yeah, and I worked on myself for a while, and now I don't have that that thing that I do.
Wow.
Because for us as a woman, it was like it's the anger
Yeah.
and the hurt and
Nobody
frustration.
use my body,
and like,
yeah.
how can I fix that pain?
I
that
just use
thing?
myself.
You're just like you just fuck
Yeah.
essentially.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then you're like, wow, you're just abusing yourself even
Mm-hmm.
more. You know, you can't deal with that feeling, whatever that is. So
But I'm actually sounds like, you know, some guy trying to be a fucking tough guy or whatever, but I actually feel like I'm either going to get shot in the head or I'm going to kill somebody.
no, don't
in a
do either,
rage.
please.
I don't want to, of course not, but
Yeah.
that's how it feels. I think I do need to see about a med,
Yeah.
but fuck, man, I'm on so
No,
many
I think
meds
honestly,
now.
talking to someone.
Well, you have to
really
talk to
do.
someone to get on meds
I
anyway.
really, really do.
Yeah.
An ex-boyfriend of mine had a lot of rage issues, and that was part of like our thing in our relationship was like, I think you need to go talk to someone for this to continue on. But his was towards, other people. So, and he did, and it helped him a lot. It really did. And then he was kind of like, this is never going to help.
I mean,
it's never
shit,
going to
therapy
work.
can't hurt, right? It only can help you.
Yeah.
I've never been against it, therapy at all. I'm not one of those people that say, shit, that's a waste of time. It's not.
And you are smart. Like, you were very, very
He's
smart.
Like Mensa.
Yeah.
Like crazy fucking
I feel like
smart.
talking with someone, you guys, I feel like it would work for you.
If you could be vulnerable. Do you think you could be vulnerable?
He can be vulnerable. Look
Oh,
at him.
yeah.
He's sharing so much
easily.
stuff.
I have no problem, being vulnerable, showing that kind of side of me. No problem at all. So
Yeah.
I probably should talk to
You're
somebody.
just a big softie. Kane.
Here, wait. Okay, I do have some questions that
we've
fans
got questions for
have
you.
submitted in, and we'll just do a few here before. Okay, so who is Kane's favorite final girl out of all the films he's done? And don't know if he has been asked before, but I would really like to know. And this is from Joe.
You better think real fucking hard about this one.
Besides Danielle.
Real fucking hard, Kane.
Besides
fucking
Danielle,
kill you.
because
Yeah,
He's gonna
besides
fucking
me.
kill
it
you.
really is Danielle.
Oh,
No, I mean,
we
that's
do.
true.
Yeah, we have fun together. It just works.
Because
It just works.
you know what? It's interesting. I was just talking to somebody about this the other day. How many actors and actresses that are known for horror that I have killed in movies? I mean, Leatherface, Jason, Derek Mears, Freddie, Candyman, all these people, and all the films we've done together, Dee, I've never killed you, right?
I know you have.
Unless I'm forgetting something, but I don't think I've ever killed you on film.
No.
Kane's killed me so many times.
He hasn't gotten me yet.
Over and over and over.
We're a good match. People like to see that, but I think it's different too when like the heroine has a relationship with the killer, we have a real relationship, so you can see that. So I think if there ever comes a time where Mary Beth and Victor actually really, like, when it's time to be over, I think it's going to be a really emotional thing for both of us. If that ever happens.
We should do one more, shouldn't we?
Fuck, at least one more.
I'm gonna be in it. I want to be in it.
Please.
You better be in it.
Absolutely.
We
Pushing
better,
myself over
man, because we're getting old. I can't do it for much longer.
So Michael Myers, Soft N, wants to know, which stunt as Jason had you concerned about your safety? Any stunt?
Interesting. I mean, the first one that comes to mind, of course, is the fire stunt from part 7, because that was the best fire stunt I've ever done. And, it was after having been burned. So
How soon after you were burned did you go do your first fire stunt?
it was a while. It was about 8 years
Okay.
before I set myself on fire again. And at first I was like, I don't really know if I should push that envelope again.
Yeah.
I've already almost died from it, so why am I doing it again? But I learned so much, and it's the kind of stunt that not only pays very well, but most stunt people don't do it. So it kind of set me aside from all the other stunt people, and but that's the first one that comes to mind. Then other ones that surprised me that were far more dangerous, I guess, than I expected. Like in part 7, the roof, she makes the roof drop on my head.
Yeah.
And the front of the entire front of the house. So special effects made the middle 6 feet of the roof balsa, but it was balsa 2x4s and stuff all on edge, and then connected to the rest of the roof, which was all practical. So they expected me to kind of punch through it, but since it was all connected, just knocked the shit out of me. It's as if none of it was balsa. So that was a lot.
And
I
you can
think-
see it in the movie. I watched
Yeah.
that one with you, right? You can
Yeah.
literally see it
You-
fall on him.
Really?
Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
and you can see
my
how hard it
God.
hits me. And
Yeah.
I think that was one of my many concussions that was undiagnosed, but
Have you ever seen anyone get seriously hurt or killed on set from a stunt?
not killed and not really even seriously hurt. No, no.
It's so crazy. I mean, as I'm engaged to a stuntman now, and about to marry one, I don't understand it. I don't understand. You guys put yourselves through so much, and the fact that you get paid based on the
To risk your
stunt
life. Yeah.
to risk your life,
Mhm.
and it's also not as much as you would think.
No.
It's bullshit. I am like so behind.
What would you say,
my
like-
stunt man to like make sure that those like that's changed for
What
stunt.
would you say the average rate is for like a high fall? And like
For-
one, like you do one high fall for a stuntman, like you're like 3-story fall from a rooftop.
You mean for the stunt adjustment? Because
For the
Yeah.
stunt,
you
yeah.
know, of course, we get the whatever the SAG daily is now, 1,000 something for the day, but then you get a stunt adjustment that is put in at the end of the day by the stunt coordinator based on what you did that day. So you know, a few more thousand for the day is
baffles my mind.
Well, you're like, okay,
Baffles
that's
my
you're like
mind.
$2,000 to like possibly die.
Baffles my mind. You guys
Yeah.
should be like stunt men should be stunt women, men should be getting paid higher wages. If not the same that actors and
Yeah.
actresses
Yeah.
are doing.
But you
Well,
have to remember, and a lot of people don't realize this, actors sometimes don't, but you guys probably do, that when your stunt adjustment is added on to your what you did that day, your overtime is calculated on that amount, not on just the daily.
Yeah.
Whereas, you know, just like if you work a long day and you do a big stunt, then you can make 10 grand for the day. So, and that's decent, you know,
Yeah.
I think it's
Yeah.
pretty
Yeah,
good
oh yeah.
pay for doing something that you love doing anyway. And you would
Right.
probably do it if you weren't getting paid like I used to, but
Yeah. But I just think it should be higher for even if you're not doing a fucking fall or whatever. I mean, they're there to make sure that everybody's safe and they're
Yeah.
running these rigs for these actors and
Yeah.
actresses. It's
Right.
not easy shit.
Mm-mm.
Right.
And there's
know?
never enough time.
It's that knowledge that they need to know. Like they should be getting and also all the time when I see the stunt team, sometimes they've got trailers, sometimes they don't. I'm like, come on.
I
Like
know.
what is happening here? Like,
yeah,
these-
that part of it is kind of shitty when you're on a lower budget thing, then
Yeah.
your stunt adjustment isn't as much and you don't get
I always
treated
make sure that my
properly.
stunt team, like, I even give them my trailer sometimes. I'm like, go on my trailer. I'm like,
And
you guys
and
need it more than I
who's
do.
your fiance again, Scout? I forgot. Sorry.
You met him, Tom O'Connell.
Yeah.
He's most known for doing Darth Vader and Obi-Wan.
Right.
Yeah,
He's
but I'm
big
just
time,
like,
man.
yeah, but I'm just like, when I hear his stories, I'm like, what? Like that we need to change this. This has been for too long,
Yeah.
long.
But you
Can
know
we
what's
talk
interesting?
sex with you when you're done? I'm dying. I'm dying. I'm dying.
She's like, oh, okay.
I'm
Can
like-
I ask one more question? What does
Yes.
Kane like to do to relax and unwind when you're not kicking butt? This is from Nick.
Tequila and cigars.
Is that what it is?
Those are two things, yes,
Ooh,
and
okay.
which I have enjoyed with you and your husband, Dee,
Yes, yes,
on
yes.
numerous occasions. But
Yes.
I also like playing golf.
To masturbate.
Golf.
Sorry, go ahead.
This
Yes,
golfing.
Golfing seems like
Golf.
it would take so much patience. How do you have patience for golf?
oh, I
Because he's
don't.
drinking.
Oh,
right?
you don't.
You're
I
drinking.
don't. I play by myself, and then if
Oh,
I hit
okay.
a bad shot, I'm fucking
like, fuck
cursing
it.
and yelling and slamming the fucking golf cart. And,
Oh, why is the golf cart in the ditch? What is happening?
Why are there knuckle marks?
Why is there knuckle marks all over
in
the fucking
fucking
golf
top
cart?
of the golf cart?
The fucking golf bars are
oh,
just
that's
crushed.
funny. And you guys know that I love to play poker too.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to
I
teach
love-
me how to play poker.
Yeah, I don't know how to play.
I want to. We don't know.
It's-
Oh my god, you don't know how to play.
Such
Give
an
it to you, Jess.
amazing game because it's the one game in a casino where you don't have to necessarily be lucky to win.
Yeah.
That's what I
Right.
like about it. If
I
you
love
play, don't just play the cards, you play the people, then often you can figure out what their cards are just by the way they act.
Did
And
you hear
to
about
me,
that
that's
recent poker game that happened with the young girl that got accused of cheating? I think God, what was it? It was like
no.
$250,000. She was playing like a broadcasted poker game, and she had these rings on, and you could blatantly see that one of like when she made the bet, she was doing poorly. Like she's like a newcomer or whatever. She was doing poorly, and the guy that has played forever, he pretty much you knew that he was gonna like take it, but the last second she like did something with her ring and then put it underneath her I think it like buzzed or something, like a buzzer, went off.
Yeah.
And then when her hand came back up, the color on the ring was different. And so they're trying to investigate and see if she
But
cheated.
I don't understand how that was helping her.
So I guess so she then called back her hand and played her hand, and she won the money. So she won $250,000. So they're thinking that somebody was, would buzz in when she had a good hand to play or whatever.
Wow,
Yeah,
I gotta look
there's
into that then.
Oh, you have to. There's a big. So one other question too.
Yes.
Because I always wonder with you play Jason. I always wonder, is that the sort of icon that you wanted to play? Because there's Michael Myers, there's Freddy Krueger. I mean, it was Jason like the one that you wanted to play, or would if you got an approach for Michael Myers or Freddy Krueger, would you go and play those? I just always wonder.
Yeah. I always loved the Jason and Michael characters, both.
Okay, cool.
And never would have thought that I'd ever be in the position to play one of them. So it wasn't necessarily one over the other. I had John Beekler on my side, and he made me Jason. But I've always loved Michael and would love
So you
to
would
play
play
that
Michael.
character.
Oh,
Yes.
cool.
I wish they could somehow do a Jason versus Michael movie, which they always tried to do.
Yeah.
But
I don't know.
play
After
both
this new
characters.
Halloween movie, I don't know. I don't know if Jason would win.
Yeah. There's no more Michael.
Ba-da-bam.
Okay, here's questions
Sorry,
from
spoiler
from
if you guys haven't seen it,
Instagram.
I'm sorry.
This is Man of Horror 1. Who of your friends do you want to kill in a movie?
Ooh.
Oh. Huh.
I know.
Danielle Harris.
Over my dead body, bitch.
Bitch. Didn't I tell you about my temper, you fucking cunt?
Yeah,
I know.
literally. Oh, use the C word.
Whoops.
Use the C
Listen,
word.
Oh, shoot. I
listen.
said the wrong word. Sorry.
Said the wrong word.
I don't mind that word. Has any woman ever asked you to play Jason in bed? No, you're already married. I'm sure women come up to you all the time and ask that.
Nah.
I doubt Susan's like, put on the mask.
Put on the
Kane."
mask.
She's like, get that shit out of here.
No, not
Wait,
really.
tell me when you lost your virginity. Apparently, it's like a good story. I don't.
So I never told Scout how
Yeah.
you lost your virginity.
Oh,
And the people
boy.
that are listening haven't heard
Do you
it.
want to share that or no?
Sure, I don't
It's
care.
so good.
Oh my god,
It's-
I want to know.
Mustang Ranch outside of Reno.
Do you know I did a movie about Mustang Ranch and I played one of the fucking women?
You did?
Hilarious. Yeah, with Helen Mirren and Joe Pesci, and I played like Joe Pesci's like right hand.
Wait a minute.
Girl.
That does sound familiar.
Yeah, called
Wow.
Love Ranch.
Wow. Yes. I that was my first experience. I was 16,
Oh my
went
god.
to a fucking whorehouse and had sex with a hooker with no condom. Real smart. Real
What did she
smart.
look like? What did she look like? And did you pick her or was she picked for you?
Oh no. You always pick. If you go to a place like that,
You pick.
So what'd you
So
pick?
what did she look like?
Yeah,
you
what'd you
walk in, by the time you get into the foyer, 25 women are standing there, and you just look and you pick which one.
Did you have a
want.
hard time picking this one?
Not
Or did
really.
you
I was
know?
nervous, so
You picked the
just-
first one. You were like, just do it. What did she
the
look
first
like?
one that
Do you
smiled
remember?
at you.
She little one, because
Petite.
you know I always like the
Yes.
smaller
Brunette, blonde,
blonde. That
blonde.
one. Yeah. And
Interesting.
you
Big
know,
boobs, small boobs, big
small,
booty, small booty,
small.
small boobs.
Small
Okay.
boobs, nice booty, but
Okay.
You're a butt man.
How are her feet?
Was she wearing stilettos?
of
See?
course she was. But you have to remember that my buddy Steve that comes to the shows, you know him.
Yeah.
He and I went to Mustang 5 times in a month when he came out to visit at my house in Reno. I was 20 by that time. We went 5 times in a month, and it was $10.
What?
Yes, I know it
All
sounds
those poor
ridiculous,
women.
but that was the price.
Did
And
they do
we-
it? Did they do a DC on you
What's
when
that?
you went in there?
Oh,
Let's see if
what?
Kane knows. A dick check?
Yes,
Yeah.
they always
To
did
see
that.
if you have like fungus or like
yeah,
herpes.
they got to
or...
make sure that you got nothing
Yeah.
going on down there.
They checked, whatever they could, but, and then, the 5 times I went with Steve, the second time we went, he picked the same girl. And I was like,
Oh.
afterwards, I said, wow, why would you pick the same girl? She was that amazing? And his response I thought was hilarious. He says, well, I didn't want her to feel bad.
Oh, that's sweet.
I'm like,
Her little
I'm like,
feelings are gonna get her. I mean, she
do
didn't
you
remember
really
him.
think she remembered
cares.
you?
She's like,
She don't
oh.
remember you.
She's like, thank
She don't remember your
God.
dick. She don't remember
Oh.
nothing. When I was prepping for that movie, we had to go to meet with a madam, and she taught us the ins and the outs of everything that we had to learn. And we learned
Wow.
the DC and the DC checks
You know,
and like everything.
Scout's
Yeah.
never seen our threesome with Adam Green.
No, I've never
on
seen that.
Holliston. Where
I've never seen that.
I'm
going
gonna
to
show it.
That.
I'm
Oh,
gonna
you
put it.
have
I'm
to.
gonna. It's so.
have to.
Oh my God! For those of you that haven't seen, Adam wrote an episode for Kane and I to star in with him, and Kane is in the Jason outfit, and I'm in the Jamie outfit, and Adam is in the bed with a Michael Myers mask with a ball gag in it. And we're getting ready to do a threesome.
God.
Yeah, it's crazy. And
Right.
Kane and I started talking about people at conventions. Like, what were you like? Remember that last time we were? Yeah, it was at Monster Mania, and we were in the room. It was me. What did you say? It was like me and you were throwing out the craziest names. I forget.
Yeah.
I forget who it was.
Yeah,
I'll have
I
to
can't
watch
even-
that.
That is
was funny.
hilarious.
And I was in a tank top,
Yeah.
and I had a shitty white hockey mask on, and just for the fans, I did the breathing thing. Right before we went to have the
Have you-
booty sex.
Have you ever scared anyone in trick or treaters as Jason?
Ooh.
No,
Has anyone ever cut? You never wore the mask to come to your door.
no.
Awesome.
That
Okay,
is so cool.
so I know you have to go in 5 minutes, so I'm going to do a speed round with you of just some. You can just give me 1-word answers or as short of answers as possible if you want.
And
So-
real answers. Okay.
yeah, of course. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So
Let's go.
let's talk sex.
Let's talk sex,
Let's
Kane.
talk sex with Kane.
Uh-oh.
Hodder. How many rounds can you go sexually? Realistically,
These days,
2.
no.
none. 1.
One round.
One.
Me too. I'm like,
What
one,
is
go.
what is your favorite type of porn when you go search? Like, what's your category?
Oh, that's a
What's
good
your
one.
go-to category?
That's a
Is
good
it
one.
feet, shoes, or is it?
It's part of it. Yes.
Two
That's,
girls' feet?
That's a good topic, and the oral thing is always good.
Oh,
So you like
nice.
watching women give blowjobs,
Yes.
or do you like women going down on other women in porn?
Yeah, that too. That's fine.
He's like, I like everything.
I don't-
No, I mean, what do you search? You search to.
I
you
search
two
squirting.
girls.
I do.
Squirting?
I'm like fascinated by it.
Oh.
By what?
By women squirting. I'm fascinated by it.
Oh, wow. It
Yeah,
is
I think it's
kind of
because
an
I
interesting
like
phenomenon.
I like to
All
see,
women can do it, apparently. All women
Apparently.
can do it.
I like to see women, I know that they're actually getting off if I
'Cause
see
you can
that
see it.
happening. So I kind of like that.
Kind of hard to fake that. Yeah.
Exactly. Otherwise, you're like, she's full of shit.
No, there's
She's not.
somebody in the back with like a machine on the side.
Yeah,
Like, just make
squirting
it
it
happen.
out.
Make it happen.
What celebrity would you like to have sex with? Which celebrity would you like to have sex with?
What?
Like, who's your, like, if you had hall passes, like, give me like top 3 so I know your type.
Patrick
boy.
Swayze, Matthew McConaughey, and
And?
Scarlett Johansson.
Oh, okay.
Wow. Boy. Oh man, you got me in a spot here. I love you know, this is an odd one, but Gaga.
Lady Gaga.
Yeah, she's a cutie.
Yeah.
Because
And
she
she's
is
petite.
Yes, and always wears stripper heels.
Yep.
And you know, Charlize probably
Yeah, Charlize Theron.
not like she was in Monster, because
Right now.
she was,
awful.
you know, yeah.
Scout
I've
has
met-
a thing for her too.
I've met her several times. She's very intimidating, and I feel like she would dominate anybody in the bedroom.
What's your
Probably.
favorite sexual position? Are you top? Are you bottom? Are you from behind? What's your
From
favorite?
behind. From behind.
From
Booty. He's a
behind.
booty man.
He's a booty man. What do you like it rough or gentle?
Oh.
No preference. I like both.
How often do you masturbate? Uh-oh, he's laughing. He's
No.
turning a little. You're turning a little red right now. Is it? He like?
I didn't-
Or is it
I
like?
didn't
Is
expect
it
all this.
weird? Like I like sitting with Scout and I talking about this stuff.
A little,
Kinda,
yes,
a little.
But, probably just twice a week these days, because I'm
Okay.
I'm approaching
Remember when
70.
Oh my God! Remember when I asked if
Yeah.
you had lube in your shower and you were like, lube? I was like, yeah, you have lube in your shower. I'm just so used. I got kids, so my husband jerks off in the shower. Like, there's no other place for him to do it. You know,
So
I'm
this,
like,
this was submitted. Maybe this is a good one to end on.
Okay.
Because I think it's like maybe something that he's insecure about, or she's insecure about. Do men compare us to women in porn movies?
You what? Wait, ask me again.
So a woman's asking, do men compare us to women in porn movies?
is it disappointing to be in bed with a real woman when you think that porn is the way women usually have sex? No, because it's really
not for me, not at all.
See, I don't think
Not at
so
all.
either.
I
I would
No,
almost rather someone, a woman, feel a little less experienced sometimes than somebody that's done everything. I
Yeah.
think
Yeah.
it's more exciting, you know.
Yeah. And also I think also women like feel like men want that. And that's not what men want. You
No,
know,
it's
we
fun to
thought
play,
that.
but-
I mean, I thought
yeah.
that too when I was younger. I was like, oh, I've got to be experienced, and it's like not the case.
Yeah, not
No.
necessarily, no.
Yeah.
No.
well, Kane
Oh,
But
They're
Hodder.
wait,
amazing.
let me tell
Yes.
you one quick other
Please.
story,
Okay.
okay? Not
Yes.
a fight, not a fight
Okay,
or anything,
okay.
Okay.
but Jace went to high school with a guy named Evan, whose father was the son of Fredericks of Hollywood guy.
Okay,
the
Jace
owner.
is Kane's son, guys.
Okay.
Right. So he's my oldest son. He went to school with a guy named Evan, whose father was the son of the Fredericks heirs. And recently, like, might have even been this year, we had dinner with them, and just for the hell of it, he brought out a dildo and put it on the table at dinner.
Oh my God.
And I thought that was kind of funny, but the funny part of the story is my brother-in-law, Seth, who is married to Susan's sister, who they live in the same neighborhood as us right now in Utah. He was telling that story to a mixed group of people. And he says, yeah, so we're at dinner, and you have to remember this is how he said it, and it's the way he said it that I found hilarious. He says, yeah, we're at dinner, and David brings out this big black dildo and puts it on the table. And I'm like, wait a minute, say that again. Dildo. he was afraid to say the word black out loud, but he said dildo because people are
He
so
whispered.
worried about, saying something racial. And I'm like, you're describing the color of something.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I
A
know.
black car, a black, you're not talking about a person. And I just thought it was so funny that he was afraid to say black out loud, but
Whispered.
said dildo loud enough for other
Dildo.
I remember
here.
I went to dinner with you and Susan at the night after that original dinner where the dildo came out. Because I remember we were at sushi and Susan and you were telling us about that story.
Oh, that's right.
About how it happened the
right.
night before. And you were like, yeah, or maybe we were at your house. It was one, I know I heard the story at dinner and I was like, wait, they brought you what? Like of all the things you could bring someone as like a dinner, like a host gift, they bring you a dildo.
Do you two own dildos?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I brought my vibrator here, and I
Oh.
realized it was in my little pouch that's like see through, and I was like, oh god, I'm sleeping in Carter's room, which I'm not using it at your house, darling. I'm gonna use it at the
Oh.
hotel in San Antonio if I need to, if I feel the urge.
Yes.
But I always bring it with me. And last time when I was on set, I left my vibrator in my hotel room that I checked out of next to the Bible.
In the drawer.
You did that on purpose.
No.
See, that is something I would have done. So
I mean,
applaud you.
drawer is a drawer, book is a book. I was like, whatever. But the fact that I left it and I was like, how the fuck am I going to get my fucking vibrator
But
back?
you're not a dildo girl, you're a vibrator girl,
a
right?
vibrator
I'm
girl.
a vibrator girl too,
Yeah.
not dildo. I like the real thing and then
Yeah.
a vibrator.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's what's up.
See?
And on that note,
Next
happy
time-
Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday. Next time, Kane, next time you come on, I want you to ask us questions.
Yeah.
Oh,
Imagine
okay.
the
That'd be
questions
great.
that Kane would ask
That'll
us.
be good.
All right. That means you have to come on again.
Yes.
Oh, I will. And you guys have to come up and visit.
Yes. Yes.
I know. I need to come up there. I'm thinking maybe after Christmas. I see the beginning of the year. I need to take the boys snowing.
Tom and I are
skiing.
going to go look in Colorado because we might move to Colorado.
He's in Utah.
I know, but it's
Oh
close.
yeah, border.
Oh, very close.
So we'll come.
Yeah.
We'll come visit you. We'll come
But
see
yeah,
you.
come up and ski or whatever.
Yes.
During the winter, there's the best skiing ever.
I
Around
know.
here.
Love
So-
it.
I love it.
I love it.
I love you.
Love
All
you,
right.
Kane.
Be well.
Love you
Thank you
guys.
guys.
Thank you so much. You guys, don't forget, if you haven't read Kane's book, go get it. It's
Yes.
fucking amazing. Documentary. Obviously, follow him, at Kane Hodder Kills. Do you have photos or anything online yet, or no? You don't have any of that stuff, website
Nah,
to do stuff?
I'm
No.
ignorant on that. You know that.
What in November, any shows, because this is going to be after Halloween, any shows you have coming up appearance wise the
In
end of the year?
November, I'll be at Grand Rapids Comic Con.
Okay.
And then over in Bethlehem, PA in December.
And guys, we've got a video game coming out soon, or
Yes,
hopefully
we do.
soon. I know I haven't been announced, whatever, but Kane
Why
has.
is
but
that?
we're-
They
I don't
keep
know.
talking-
But everybody knows. They watch the trailer. They know my scream. Everybody knows who I am. I can't say it yet, but like, if
What video game is it? Just tell him. You don't need to know
It's
the
been-
character, right?
Oh, it's been announced. Texas Chainsaw. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was so fun. It was awesome.
Yeah.
We got to go to
it
the
was-
real one here and go get barbecue there.
Yes.
Oh, that's right.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're in Texas now. Texas
Texas,
girl.
baby.
Wow.
I
Do
am.
it. Let's do it.
All right. Send my love to Susan and the family, please.
Love you.
You guys, love you
Happy
guys.
New Year. Love ya. Thanks, Kane.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.